All right.
Make sure I'm close.
Good?
We are good.
We're live.
We are live. We're not live, but we're live.
Well, we're live.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm like,
live
live,
as it
Today's Thursday, right? Yeah,
today's
Thursday.
Thursday night.
Thursday night,
It's
Thursday.
12:03.
Parents strongly caution the following programs are intended for mature audiences over the age of 18. These programs may contain some material that many parents would not find suitable for children and may include intense violence, sexual situations, coarse language, and suggestive dialogue.
Okay, yeah, cool. So, hey, everybody. My name is Vianci, and with me, as always,
Benny.
Maverick.
special guest.
Alyssa.
And this is Let's Talk After Dark, where everything's on the table and nothing is off limits. Today's shout-out unofficial sponsor. We're still going to go for Center Stage because I want that.
We're just going to keep sponsoring.
Yeah, we're just going to
Center
keep
Stage.
sponsoring Center Stage. Alonzo, if you're still working there, just make that shit happen. Mav, take us away.
Well, guys, we're going to start off as always. We have Alyssa Smith here, owner of Girls Time. I was going to screw it up. You know what? I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Fair enough.
I think it's that one sip of alcohol at 12
Already?
o'clock on
Damn.
Thursday. Nah, it's just probably.
So, my name's Alyssa Smith. I am the owner and founder of Girl Time Nail Studio. And yeah, I am from Springfield, Mass, 24 years old, entrepreneur.
She's throwing her age out there.
Why not?
Right?
I'm of age.
Yeah,
so why
I'm
not?
24 too.
You know what?
Oh, yeah, we're all 24 today, huh?
Let's talk about your story. Can you give a little bio on you? Because I think you have
Are
an
you
amazing
single?
story.
I am not single.
Oh, never mind, fellas.
I know, guys.
I thought Benny was about to throw it on the line on air.
Well, this is
Like,
late
who are
night
you?
love.
I'm saying she's a beautiful young lady, you know.
Thank you.
You
Thank
can play
you.
matchmaker on.
Let's talk. But you have to come on the show first, and she gets to pick you.
That's true. You never know, but as of right now, I am happily taken.
All right.
That's not the focus of this. So,
Divert the question real quick.
yes.
But yes.
So the short bio about me, I am pretty much just a free-flowing individual, young entrepreneur. I say young not as an age, but just young as an experience. 2 years in business and background in biology. I went to Springfield College in the city that I was born and raised, Springfield, and took up biology in the hopes to enter the medical field. With my journey through college, I developed a hobby of doing nails in my dorm. End of my junior year through my senior year, ended up getting good at it, loving it, and changing my path to entrepreneurship, business, owning a nail salon. So that's pretty much my life in a nutshell, just because my focus and all of my time and energy goes to my business, and then outside of that is travel. So that pretty much sums me up as a person. And as far as I said, free flowing and open, because I just go with the flow. Anything can happen. I'm open to all experiences and open to whatever life throws at me, whether it's business or going back to the medical field or whatever it is. But right now I'm very happy with my choice to, go towards business and entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Can we get a shout out to your mom? What's your mom's name again?
Lori.
Yo, shout out to Lori. Yo, Lori's beautiful, first of all. If I was a, single.
Another nigga
I
throwing
love
it all on the line on air.
I love her mom. I hope her mom watching this. She's like, oh, he's a nice chocolate guy.
Shout out to my mom.
Shout
She
out.
definitely introduced me to my connections here. So
Yes,
thank you.
her mom's dope. Yeah, she told me a lot about you, about how you were in college, and then from there just went to start. And your business is what, 2 years, right?
2 years, yep. Come February, 2 years, so
Come
just
February,
shy.
2
Yes.
years. Yeah, so when I met you, it was like the first year,
Right.
and you were already booming because you had a lot of people talking about you.
Yes. It's amazing just to know that there's clients in Connecticut, girls in Connecticut, Westfield that follow me. My mom's giving an Uber ride, hands out my business card,
Yeah.
and they're like, "Oh, I already follow her. I can't even get in with
That's
her because she's so booked and busy." And I'm like, "Wow, that's really dope." In a year to see the growth that I've accomplished just through word of mouth and giving a quality service. So
It's just service too. It's not because people get word of mouth, but what you do with nails is like amazing. There's this lady, I don't know if you guys ever heard of her. I forgot her last name. I want to say Yvette. It's Yvette's last name. Shout out to Yvette.
Nailistic.
Yes. She was the same. Like,
Those are my close.
yeah,
love
she was the
friends,
same way.
yes.
Started off nails young as people telling her she can't, and she bust through it. And now it's like she
So
inspires
much
a lot
respect,
of people.
yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She's established something amazing, and it's never slowed down. So much longevity in her nail career, the nail game, because she's definitely earned her stripes when it comes to the nail game.
Yeah, because she was one of the first Puerto Ricans too, wasn't she? Like in Springfield, do it, like, you know, because
Absolutely. And her daughter Starlina, I went to high school with her.
Yeah.
So that's really how I connected with them. But you know, I definitely am inspired by her and you know
that's what's up.
her endeavor with it.
Now, last thing in bio, then we'll get some questions. Now, you travel a lot.
I do.
You travel probably like every other month, I think, right?
Every month.
Like, and it's not like Connecticut, or it's like out of country travel.
Yeah, it's out of country, out of state. That's how I spend my leisure time. I have to tap
So
out.
damn, you're doing real good. You're doing good.
I mean,
Iceland for like what?
I do fly Spirit. I'm not afraid of
Shout out,
frontiers.
I do fly Spirit.
Right. I'm not there yet.
Yo,
We
shout
gotta
out
sign like
Spirit,
a
though.
waiver before you sit down.
Right.
Spirit got
I
some
just
good
fall
bundle
asleep.
packages. Like, you pay $60 for a year, and then you get like
$60 for a year.
you get like their
I'm
travel
not
plan.
flying on
$9 fare club.
yeah.
I'm not a part of the $9 fare club, but
Yo.
I've thought about it. But yeah, so I travel on my free time just to tap out, recollect, regroup, and you know, I can't overwork and burn myself out because I am young, but it will catch up to me, and I want to stay focused, and I still want to love what I'm doing, so I have to pull away, and by that, I just look for cheap flights, and I will travel alone. I'll invite a friend if they're free, but I have a lot of freedom through, you know, having my own business. I don't have to. My clients are flexible. I have wiggle room in my life, so I'm grateful for that, because if not, I'd probably only travel once or twice a year. If, you know, some people don't get to travel,
Facts.
you know, even once or twice a year, never mind monthly, going somewhere to experience something. So yes, my traveling is so sacred to me. It's my sanity.
So you have a location, or
I do. I have a nail
Where's that
studio. It's in the Monkey Wrench building, downtown Springfield, South End, yes.
Yeah.
Antonio's, right down Main Street. It's a big industrial building. It's
Is
called
that that one on the corner, like that little?
the Monkey Wrench,
Yeah,
right on
little
right on
horseshoe
the
right there.
curb.
Wait,
Yep.
what's their name used to have their Philtown used to do there?
And
There's a lot of
Brookfield,
stuff going on in
yeah.
that building.
The building there,
It's
isn't
involved a
Marvin
lot.
still there? What's his name? Melvin. No, I don't.
The photographer?
Yeah, Marlon. He's the painter.
Oh yeah, Seymour.
Seymour, the
Yeah.
painter. Yeah.
Yeah,
He's still
he
there.
had the whole top floor, right? It's
He's
right
still there. Yeah, he still has that top floor. It's really dope. So many connections in that building alone. I'm also grateful to have started my business in that building because it's a community, and you see so many people on the same grind. You know, we're all on the same journey, trying to make whatever idea or service we have pop and be a service to the Springfield and surrounding communities. So it's cool. I'm in the Monkey Wrench building, 143 Main Street, Suite 102.
you know where it's at, but you can't get in because she's busy.
right.
Book in advance.
You got a book, link in my bio, Girl Time Nail Studio.
Yes.
Yes.
So for the first question, wait, sorry, V, you look like you had something you were gonna say.
No, I did have a question.
Yeah.
You said 2 years in February, right?
Yes.
Is there something that you've learned in the second year that you wish you knew in the first year?
Absolutely.
What's that?
So in my first year, I was pretty much by myself in my first studio, Suite 102. And I didn't have to think about much. I didn't have anybody as far as employees or renters or much going on besides me and my client interaction, me showing up for my client, me representing my brand as an individual. Entering year 2, I signed a lease on another studio on the same floor, so I had 2 studios. I opened up the opportunity to rent out to people and add more service to my clients. So we had lashes, we had makeup, we had hair going on, and then I had a couple of renters for nails. And amazing experience. It really was almost like a level up and something I was able to observe and take in. And now that I've pulled back, I did that for 6 months, but I realized I wasn't really ready for that big step. I'm still building up Girl Time. I'm still building my brand. I'm a young entrepreneur. I'm still maturing with my business decisions. So what I learned in the second year was to move forward and manage people and have people in your space and representing your brand as well. You have to have contracts. You have to make sure people are responsible, reliable, professional, and they take their job seriously because this is my life. You know, I could have continued college and had a career and everything set out for me, but I chose this path. Not everyone, some people just do it for leisure, and that's fine. You can do that. My brand is not something you're building block by block, but you're still adding to it. You're a part of it. So a big thing that I learned was to pull back, and now I'm back individual with no renters and one studio. And I left that second studio because I still need to figure out what I want in a renter, what I want in an employee, what I want for Girl Time, who's going to represent it well, you know, who is my target renter. And that's something that I learned that now moving forward, when I get new renters and I keep building my brand up in my business and my space, I can, target the right people. So that's what I learned in the second year, which was tremendous. And I'm grateful that it happened. And I'm grateful for the girls that rented from me and did support Girl Time and tried to be a part of this bigger picture I had. But I just wasn't ready for that step. Yeah.
So when you talk about renters, you talk about other nails.
Yes, nail girls renting a booth, or a hair girl renting a hair chair, or someone to do their wigs, whatever it is. But I just want people to have their own path and their own brand, but still work under Girl Time.
Hustle still has to be matched with yours.
Exactly.
If you got somebody lazy.
Yes, and no shame to anyone that's rented to me, but
all shame.
All that smoke.
No, but we know.
Yes.
I know how it is. Yeah, if you have someone that's not like as driven as you, and you're gonna leave the space open for them, like, listen, I'm gonna step out on a vacation. You come back and it's all hell.
Exactly.
That's stressful. You just all relax, and now you gotta hit the ground like going like 100.
That's always been like a trouble point for managing people.
Yes.
Because you have to try to convince people that, like, because it's your business, it's your baby. Like, how do you get people to believe in it as much as you do when it's not something that they came up with?
Right.
And a lot of people have a hard time adjusting to that.
Absolutely.
Like, that's a big part of managing people. Like, you have to convince them that, listen, this is your baby too.
That was my
You're
biggest,
100% right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's your baby too. Like, I need you
to
to take care of this like you would take care of something that you created yourself. So.
Exactly. But it's also, on a managing point, or, being the owner of the studio, that was my job to set the standard, and I didn't do that. So I'm not just saying it's one-sided, like, oh, they didn't meet my standard. I didn't set a standard to me.
Wait, are you taking responsibility?
No, I like this.
I mean, there's two sides to it. I'm very optimistic, and I never am pointing a finger until I evaluate myself and look in the mirror and say, how could I have done differently? How could I have made this a better scenario for a better outcome?
Is your man like a Fortune 500 dude? Because you gotta be matched with somebody like on par with you. Like, I hope he got businesses too.
Oh yes. My baby an entrepreneur too.
Yeah, all right.
Yes. Everything's good, supportive, respects my journey, and it's hard to be in a relationship and have a business, just to go off of that. I always thought I couldn't do it. When I was earlier in my journey with Girl Time, I had one relationship, a long-term relationship, and I had to pull away from that, not just because of business reasons, but it wasn't healthy for me. As long as someone is going to support your journey and have their own journey too, and not stress you, I can't rush home to my man every night. I might be working till 1 a.m. doing nails. I don't want you calling me, asking me where I'm at. You know where I'm at. Yeah. Understand that you need to trust me, trust that I am in business. I'm a boss woman. I don't have to answer to no one but myself. And if you trust me and I'm here with you, then we can rock out. But like I said, I'm open, I'm free flowing. So if things don't align, then they don't align. And I'm everywhere I need to be right now, but we'll see.
That's what's up. So I think you should say that's advice that I'm giving out to women.
Yes, absolutely.
Because you get a lot of women now that they'll sacrifice that love.
It's not
over
just
the
women.
business. Oh no, we're gonna get to that.
You sexist bastard.
Yes.
I know plenty of dudes that do the same thing too. That think the same way, and it's not a boy or girl thing. It's a level of maturity that I think you, as a 24-year-old, is very impressive.
Thank you. It is maturity. That's the main word. It's not even about being positive is a big part of it, but that's a deeper thing. Mm-hmm. I think that being mature and understanding what a relationship really is, what unity really is. But I've had to learn that too. I was young when I first started dating. I was 13 to 21. In a relationship, that's a baby, and still
with the same
young,
person
young,
from 13 to 21.
So 2 different people, but 2 years, and then like a 7-year span, 5 years on, then 2 years, like crazy. But I
That's like baseball contract.
Big contract.
You look good. Sign me up. I'm signed for 7 years. This one.
But yes, we're all maturing at our own rate. But that's advice I can give. For anyone that's a little confused about their situation, just really, really dig deep. Are you mostly happy? Do you feel settled? Do you feel unsettled? Do you feel like you're balanced and at peace in your home, in your relationship, whether it's separated, whether you have kids together or not? There's no sacrifice worth, yourself. There's nothing that you can't compromise your peace, because it's going to affect your journey, and you will not evolve, and you're just going to stay stagnant, and it's just not where it's at. And I had to learn that. Yeah,
you know what I found out about that though? Like that peace and that stuff like that. People, they jump into relationships thinking it's supposed to be that right out the gate. Like, correct. You know what I'm saying? Like people it doesn't work that way. It's something you work towards. Like peace is not something it's not like it's not given to you.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like that's something that in your life you have to work towards. And I feel like a lot of people think they can jump into relationships and it's automatically supposed to be like that. And then when it's not like that, they jump ship. Realizing that, like, I feel like nowadays people are thinking, like, I want the reward of a relationship up front.
Do you think it's because people never communicate that off the bat? That's what they want?
I believe it's because everybody's attention span is a little too short now.
Yeah.
I really believe that. Like, I feel like people are not as patient as they used to be, as not willing to work on conflict resolution.
You're right.
I think people's attention span is too short, and I think the idea that the next dude or the next woman is right at the door, so if this doesn't work out, like I got a backup plan.
That's
like,
the
you know what I'm saying?
wrong
Like,
mindset,
yeah,
yes.
it's a horrible mindset. Like, a relationship is work. It's work. You got to work towards these things. Like, you set a goal and you work towards it. You don't automatically get to the goal from the jump. You know what I'm saying?
You're still individuals, and you can't expect someone to be just like you or have the same moral or the same, but that communication, understanding, and the perception of everything, and seeing the perspectives. Like, okay, how does my man see this, or how do I view it, and can we meet in the middle, and can we understand why that thought process is that way, whether it's past experiences or whatever it is. Being patient is so important, but also not being like too patient where you're ignoring something that's obvious, that's not okay, or that's negative for you.
Red flags and shit.
Yeah, red flags.
Like, bring it up right off the bat. Don't wait till later. Then, you got the person saying, well, I've been like this since day one. We 3 years in.
Yeah.
Well, well, the thing is, too, like, people have, like, a false perception of what they think their partner's supposed to be, and when they don't fit that mold, they automatically call it a red flag, though. You know what I mean? So, like, that like, dating's a very hard and difficult game now. Like, it's trying to figure people out, but also, I feel like before you start the date as a person, you need to work on yourself so you're the best version of yourself that you can give to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? Like, if people aren't supposed to be projects either. Like,
You're
they're
right.
not. Like,
Oh my
they're
gosh,
not.
amen to that.
Like if I'm coming into your life, I'm coming into your life to make you happy. I'm not trying to take away from your happiness. Like, I'm not trying to put my burdens on you. Like, and for me to expect anyone that I just meet to want to take on those burdens, like, it's selfish. It's irresponsible.
But we're in that society, though, where people feel like, oh, because I'm with you, you're supposed to help me with my thing.
The fuck I am.
Instead of
Like-
realizing they're supposed to finish their own thing themselves.
But like, I get that. But like, yes, to an extent, like, it can't take away from your life. You know what I'm saying? Like, because you still have your life to live. You feel me? So, like, me knowing I have this, like, baggage that I refuse to take care of because I don't want to take on the responsibility of doing that, but thinking that I can jump into a relationship. Oh, you got an extra pair of hands. You can help me carry this bag. It's like, the fuck?
Yeah, no, you're right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, it's like I said, there's so many variables within when it comes to dating that it just seems like it almost borderline seems impossible now.
Well, speaking of variables, you're biracial, aren't you?
I am.
Can we talk about? I've been wanting to talk about that because I'm biracial.
She's
too.
100% Eastern European.
Yeah. Yo, you do got that like nice Italian like complexion and everything.
I
like
have heard that before.
some people must
I'm
think-
slightly tan because I vacation often.
You vacation a lot.
Just got back from Miami like a week and a half ago, but
I love Miami.
yeah. So my mom's side, our lineage is derived like Polish, heavy in the Polish origin. And my dad's African American, so half and half. I don't know.
So you got the
Where of
thick
Africa?
version of both sides.
Yeah, so it's literally 50-50.
50-50.
Yeah, I mean, really heavy Polish. There might be a little slight bit of Russian in there, but Polish, straight Polacks on my mom's side. Like, we make gołąbkis, kapusta, pierogis. Pierogis. Yeah, my grandma makes all of that for
Polish
holidays.
beef patties.
We're very strong. We're very strong women.
Yeah, Polish beef
They're just
patties.
not crispy there. But you can fry them in the pan,
Yeah.
which I realized I was so used to eating them just kind of like fresh, like kind of the raw, like boiled dough. But
Yo,
then
you
we
fry them?
dang,
What?
so good.
Bite size.
Yeah, so
Y'all know we
that's,
didn't eat,
that's,
right?
that's my ratio.
I love pierogies.
Half and half, which is pretty dope.
How was that growing up? Like, how was it taken being biracial? I mean,
I've always been asked if I was Spanish, Puerto Rican. But besides that, which is no offense taken, I grew up with a third family that was a Spanish family, and I just grew up in that culture as well. So I didn't really think much of it until I got to college. Actually, it didn't really matter until I got to college, and I was at Springfield College, and it's a private school and predominantly, Caucasian, white, however you want to say it.
yeah.
I felt uncomfortable in my own city for the first time. I always went to diverse high schools, middle schools, elementary, whatever, prior to college. And I'm sitting in class, and these professors would open up questions like, prior to coming to Springfield College, you know, what was your perception of Springfield and their people? And, you know, all these kids are, you know, saying things. Well, my mom told me that, you know, just to be very careful, and it's a bunch of gangbangers and a bunch of people, and everyone has guns, and it's just not safe, and poverty stricken. I'm just like, I'm just getting offended only because it's my people. You know, I'm born and raised here, so I'm just like.
I mean, there's a gun in here.
Yeah, there is.
I know.
I actually need to get my gun license. Speaking of that, because you know.
So every episode we mentioned that we are all 3 licensed.
Strapped.
Yeah. Well, yeah, but like legally.
I'm the oddball out.
Legally, yeah.
But
So
yeah,
you're illegally strapped right now?
No, I don't have the strap.
She's like, I don't.
I'm like, I have a pocket knife, if anything. But yeah, so just as far as race goes, I didn't really see it because I was raised more so from 10 years old on with my mom, my Polish side, the white side, but they're not like, you know, high acidity, we're Springfield people. My mom likes mixed men, whatever, but it's not like I was raised super black or super white. I was just kind of raised like a Springfield urban city girl. So getting to college and seeing people kind of pristine and a little high acidity, it was uncomfortable just because of the things they said and their perception of people of color and their perception of Springfield as a whole. Yeah. So
you would never, like, throughout high school or anything within the city, just looked at, like, you had to choose, like, well, you a white girl, that's why you do those things, or you know, or how come you couldn't be more
black? Or that
black?
aggressively disgusting phrase, "You talk white."
Oh my God.
Yes, me and Viachi had a.
It was like borderline.
They hate it because they talk white. No.
Explain what that means to me.
I just think it's a matter of
I learned how to talk in
what
school.
it means
So
to me. Are you saying
me.
that only white people can sound educated?
Right.
It's how we pronunciate the word.
Yeah, exactly.
I know some white people who sound like me, but they're not educated. It's just
Stop
how you
pronouncing your
pronounce
words
it.
correctly, asshole. No.
Like, did you get that too when you went to Springfield College? Just there, like, did people come to see you? Like, oh my gosh, you're half black too. Like,
Right. I mean, I think that once they found out, like, I feel like maybe it's wrong of me, but usually when I'm talking to like a white girl or a white client, I'm just like, yeah, like I always mention like, oh yeah, my mom's Polish. You know, I try to like, and it's like, why do I do that? Because
Like you're at a safe, you're in a safe place.
I'm Spanish or I'm this or I'm that, but I just feel like it makes them comfortable.
I want to talk about that because I was at my job, we were having that conversation. It's like, you ever notice like you talk like when you're at work and you're talking to somebody white?
Yeah, you talk.
You want to
white.
Hey, buddy, like how's your day going?
Biatch,
Like,
how you doing today?
But we do that, right? And it's called a corporate language, right? We do that because we want to make white people feel comfortable. Yeah. Like if I go up to Mav and I'm like, yo, what's good, play? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's good, fam? Like, he knows that's a formal greeting amongst us, so he's not nervous. You know what I'm saying? But if I go, you know what I mean? Like, so like we talk that so we can make, and I think that's a real problem in society. Like, you talk like that to make white people, not anybody else, but white people feel comfortable when they're not in their own homes.
You remember the Key and Peele skit when he's Obama?
Oh yeah.
Like, hey, what up?
He's like, oh, nice to meet you. So bring it in here. Yeah, no, like, but we do that to make white people feel comfortable. And you know, I'm sorry for offending half of you, but like we legit, like, that corporate talk is to not make anyone else except, because you got to think about it. Like, if I came up to a Hispanic man at my job, I came up to a black man at my job. As a matter of fact, it's funny. Most black men that I meet at my job, before we've ever had one discussion, they don't go to shake my hand. They either give me dap or like, you know what I'm saying? And like,
my brother,
and like, yeah, and then like, and we give each other that little like head nod, and people don't understand what the head nod actually means, right? In a building full of white people.
To go down.
or if some shit goes down,
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
But
Like,
have you ever had one of those get out moments where you go to give that brother thing and you get that hello?
I'm actually the guy that does that. I'm actually the guy that,
He's
like,
the get out guy.
I'm the one, like, it's funny, like I'm the one that
You ever had that happen?
I correct that.
She's like, no.
Which might sound like contradictory to what I'm saying, but like I correct that. Like when somebody goes up to me, like those, like, especially when I'm at work, like I take it one of two ways. Either you're comfortable around me enough to do that, but if we first met, like, I need you to respect me just like you respect that other person that you just shook hands with. But you know what I'm saying?
What if that is the respect though, because they feel more comfortable? That's the true them. You know what I mean?
Or they look at you different, or they compartmentalize. I can never say compartmentalize.
My sister should be here.
Yeah, right.
She's real good with them.
But you know what I'm saying? Like, or they do that, like, with people.
Yeah.
So I have to address him this way. But he seems like a cool nigga. Let me dap him. You know what I'm saying? Like I need you to give me whichever one you deem is the highest respect.
I wish we had a white boy here to like kind of give their opinion on it and see how they really feel about it.
Oh, we
Well,
did.
you know what?
It was called white privilege.
It was called white privilege. Yeah.
Okay, I need
It
to
was
do
it.
my
That was
research.
that
on
was
that.
that was Todd. It was
Todd.
Todd.
I love Todd.
But you know what? If anybody is white, you know what you do. Comment below, hashtag LTAD. You know, we like to get some, you know, especially with this Eminem and Nick Cannon beef going on.
No, we're not doing that.
No, we're not talking
not
about
talking
it. I'm
about
just
that.
saying, just with the, you know.
That is the
white
most
boys
I
and
don't
their
give a
feelings.
fuck thing that's happening right now. Like,
But you know what? I
How
did
did
want to talk
Eminem
about.
win without even fucking battling?
What I did want to talk about, especially with Alyssa here, is.
Wow, one more question.
Oh, go ahead.
Mm-hmm.
How did your grandparents? Are your grandparents
Ooh,
like when your
that's a
mom
good
bring
one.
like a black dude?
That's a good one because I know how mine went down.
Cause yeah.
So that's a great one.
Obama.
It actually wasn't my mom's side of the family that there was ever issues. You could
was
say.
it your dad bringing home a white woman?
Yeah, so my
Oh,
dad,
damn.
my black daddy, bringing home a white woman.
Damn.
So,
Did he try?
you know, I
she's
love
not
both
white,
of my
she's Polish?
grandmas dearly. You know, this is the past and everything. Just in case you hear this, grandma. But you know, my mom was not treated equally. You know, through her younger years. And maybe I think she maybe always felt like she was expected, or my father was expected to bring home a strong black woman, you know, like to build a black family and stuff like that. So if anything, my mom felt more offended than my Polish grandmother welcoming anyone from my dad's side of the family, or my grandmother welcoming my dad over at any time. So it hasn't ever been racial or weird. I do feel sometimes my mom can give off, like, just because her kids are black too, she can say things and it's like, Mom, that's still not okay, because it makes me uncomfortable because she still is a white woman and they don't.
She says nigga.
No, she doesn't say.
She's like, look, I pushed out a bunch of
doesn't
y'all.
say
She's like, yo, y'all my little niggas. I love all y'all.
Right. Just certain things, you know. It can get uncomfortable for me.
Sundays, your
sometimes.
mom singing Mary J. Blige and shit.
Yes, she got that soul in her. But not everyone knows that she got that soul in her because, you know, she's a white
I
woman,
don't know.
blonde hair,
I
blue
could
eyes.
tell when your mom walked into my store. You could tell like she wasn't like. I had my store downtown.
I
know.
personally feel like you can tell white women who like black guys.
You can.
Like,
There's
I feel like
they have
this
this
is
whole
they-
different swag to them. You know, their hair's either cut short. They don't care what they say. They're a little more loud. They dress how they want to dress.
Yeah,
They don't-
I feel like you can like there's like a tell.
Their food tastes better.
There's a fucking tell.
My mom can
You
throw
season
down.
it?
She
But you're
can-
Portuguese and their food's always
Ben's or
seasoned too
Uncle
good.
Ben's,
So.
what's that
Yes.
season called?
You said Portuguese or Polish?
Po-
Oh, I said Portuguese. Sorry.
Portuguese.
Sorry.
My roommate in college was Portuguese.
Sorry, you said Polish.
Yeah,
like-
Polish.
Chicopee, right?
No, Ludlow is
Ludlow's
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
right?
Ludlow's
Ludlow.
Portuguesed out. Yeah.
Chicopee.
Heavy
Portuguese out.
Portuguese
Chicopee
community.
I think isn't Chicopee Polish?
Where are you
Because
from?
they
You
have
know,
the-
you
they
said
have the
Springfield,
Polish
right?
festival
out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chickabee's just awful.
But I know they have that like little festival in the
The
autumn
Polish-
time.
oh,
where
the-
Polish,
yeah.
and they always
The
like
kielbasa
when I used to
festival at Zot
eat yes
That makes sense.
when I used to eat kielbasa when I used to
I
eat
do
like
know
I
that.
think it's Chicopee. Yeah.
Zot
Yeah,
Park.
I got a Zot Park. Yep.
yeah. That's what's up. Man, I had
Yeah.
a question.
I don't know, but I was watching
Yeah, tell
the
them.
Breakfast Club the other day, and they had what was his name, Dr. Kumar. You ever seen that guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, that like I don't know, like some stuff that he says is like okay, but then he like if a black guy like dates like an interracial woman, like he has a
Oh,
problem
yeah,
with-
yeah,
Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
nuts.
yeah.
Like I don't understand. Like he's like, oh, they do all this good stuff for black community, but they're dating a black, they're dating like a white woman, so now he don't have a problem. Like, he has a problem with them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Nah, and
Like, I
that's
think
what I
that's
want to
so
talk
stupid,
about. As a
like-
black man, if you date anybody outside of a black woman, you're demonized for it. But if you're a black woman and you date anybody outside your race,
You're
it's like an
applauded.
upgrade and you're applauded. You know, my wife's Puerto Rican, you know, and I got a lot of people, and she had to actually tell me because at first I was like, yo, like, you know, we had some issues, like race things going on. Like sometimes people come up to her and say in Spanish, I understand Spanish. I'm like, oh, you're so pretty. You know, do you have a husband? She's like, yeah, my husband's actually over there. And they'll be like,
That
oh,
moreno?
why are you ruining your skin with that moreno? You know, they'll say in Spanish. And then she's going to, you know.
So you may not know this, but every race outside like views women who sleep with black men as like ruined.
No, I know
Like
that.
they-
Because
like-
those big old dicks. Nah.
Like,
Or over here stretching all our women.
Speak for yourselves,
Don't
folks.
send her back like that.
Right?
Speak
I don't
for
want her now.
yourselves.
She's ruined. Like she's ruined.
Like I remember I was sleeping with this one white girl, and she told me.
And you ruined her?
No,
Thanks.
but like she told me, she was like that in the past, like when she like even like especially in the South, like I think it was like North Carolina or some shit.
Damn, how old was this girl?
She was about my age.
Oh, okay.
But like started young, but like she told me like when she was dating this white guy, and they were talking about like how many people have you slept with, conversation or like that, like what's like what race have you dabbled into, and she said everything, but the moment she said black, he was like, you know what, you're ruined.
This ain't
You know
gonna
what?
work out.
That's the thing. Like, okay, so
But
last
you
time.
see how people view black men.
Nah, I have a little comment for this one.
Go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
So I feel one of my black guy friends, anytime, I get in a relationship or situationship, they're like, oh, he's like, is he Puerto Rican? So what is black guys versus the Puerto Rican thing?
I never even heard.
You've never
No,
heard that?
I've heard that. I've heard that. Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Like,
feel
Puerto
like
Rican loves,
I feel-
Puerto
there's
Rican
like this
love black
rivalry
guys.
between.
I feel-
woman loves
I
black
feel
guys when it
what
comes
I'm
to
saying, but, like,
every woman. I
Puerto
feel
Ricans-
white, black,
Puerto
Puerto
Rican
Rican,
love black
Asian,
guys.
like Asian, they all just because they're just because the men in those cultures demonize black men so much
Makes them want it.
makes
more.
them like, yo, why are they so
Well,
like, you know what I'm saying? But don't bite the apple, Eve. Like, you know what I mean? Like I feel like they set themselves up for that shit to happen. But
Was your
again,
friend black though? That's what I want to know.
Yes.
Is it? Yeah, because I feel like a lot of black men suffer insecurity because the thing is, black men, you're not looked at as sexy a lot of time. You look like a sex symbol. Like legitly, white women in college would date you just because you're a black man. They haven't seen you and they want to fuck.
Right.
They want that dick. It's
fuck
like,
you, grandma.
You know? Yo, exactly.
Yo, word.
You know, it's legitly,
Word.
there's girls out there who be like, yo, you talk to them like, yo, you can't come to my house though. I'm like, why? She's like, my dad sees you or my parents
like,
see
Wow.
you.
you're a black asshole.
thing.
No,
No, but exactly that's what it is. It's
That's
because you're
insane.
black. You know what I mean?
I've dated white women when I felt uncomfortable walking into their house, even though it's like the first time meeting their parents and stuff like that. Because you're always in the back of your mind thinking like, what do they think?
Yeah,
of
but
me?
see,
Like, are
Viachi,
they-
you're
like-
like,
you're light
you're
skinned, though.
okay.
It doesn't
You're
matter.
like-
Yo,
no,
it
bro,
does-
it's a
it
big
does-
difference.
No,
It's a big
it
difference.
doesn't matter.
Dog,
It
this
doesn't
girl
matter.
had
Like the way
guys
I
like
dress,
you.
the way I talk, the way I walk, like
Just
how
like a
I
fucking
carry
Backstreet
myself.
Boy. What are you talking
Bro,
about?
like first of all, I'm fly as fuck. But like it's the way you dress, you carry yourself, you talk, like you're not like them. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you walk into a house with a bunch of people that are like, is he good enough for my daughter? Like, what's he gonna put my daughter through?
Right.
Well, how about
Like, where's he from? Like, what is his parents like? You know what I mean? Like, and they're judging all of this based off of the complexion. Like, I might not be
tough.
dark, but I'm still black. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I might not. It is what it is.
Like we were talking about, like she brought up. We talked last week. I was talking about how me and my wife are like poly kind of swingers, stuff like that.
hold on, you sound just like a Backstreet Boy.
This ain't Backstreet Boy. We're gonna let that slide.
All right, I'll give you NSYNC.
All right, thank you.
It's a little
At
better,
least
right?
Justin Timberlake got some like.
I
Like,
know,
back to
Justin
the
Timberlake
swinger
is
conversation. Keep going.
Oh no, we do this a lot. This is. So we talked about us being like, swingers, stuff like that. And the thing is, like, when there's a couple we're talking to, and the guy's like, it's cool and
fucking
everything,
love
and
that.
they find like, they're like, oh, but you're black. They want. The first thing is like, well, you like one of those black? Like, like a big dick? 'Cause if that's
Like,
the
what's
case,
your
we can't-
measurements?
No, for real. Like a lot of people
Right.
get turned off when you bring up the fact you're black. Like they feel like you're gonna come through and
Because
like,
you don't want they
Yeah,
don't
just
want
start
to
saying
walk
you're
up.
Panamanian.
They don't want to walk up to
I'm
like
gonna have
the
to.
foursome or whatever's happening, and you carry your shit in a wheelbarrow.
I'm here.
Like, you gonna take all this dick?
You gotta take all the nigga just goes. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't know. I just think like a lot of people like there's this, I guess, sexual, I guess what you call like not maturity
Yeah.
takes a lot. Like people gotta be comfortable with it. Understand like it's no matter how, I know a lot of girls who used to complain and talk to me because their man was too big and like, yo, I can't. I love him.
I've heard that.
But we can't have sex. She's like, I have to be drunk to take that.
Dirt.
Or at least like, yo, he can't put it fully in. I'd be stopping him. And dudes be talking to me, yo, how do I do? Yo, you and your wife have such a great relationship. How can you, is there a way you could talk to my wife? Like, nigga, I don't know what to say. She complain about your dick. Like,
Right.
how do you?
I'm like, yeah, send your wife my way. Like, I'll help her out with the dick situation.
That's defeating his purpose, though. But yeah.
Yes. I mean,
Have you ever? I mean, I'm gonna get a little. Have you ever had like, you saw it, you're like, nah, boo boo, it ain't gonna happen tonight.
just say your man now.
it's not.
Just say
no,
your man. Just say your man now. Just
No, listen. Like I said, my man respects my journey, so I'm here and I'm gonna be open.
I appreciate
So-
your man respecting your journey.
Yes.
Now, sorry, is your man from around here?
No, New York. So I'm like gonna be a New Yorker in a few years, probably. I go there often to Queens. So
wait. My ex-wife's from the Queens. Are you making a smart decision now?
Yeah.
yes, I definitely am. Well, no, we
Is
don't.
he Jewish? Is he black?
He's
back to the
black
question.
descent. He's Haitian and Cuban. Yeah.
Answer to the question.
Sorry, I just wanted to make sure. So he's Haitian and Cuban. All right, we can.
We good? We good?
We good.
We good? Let me know.
We good. What's up, bro? How you doing?
No, but so yeah, prior to any of this, which doesn't even matter, we can talk about it. I've had big dicks, small dicks. You know, it doesn't matter. But I've never seen one that I'm like, I'm scared of it. You know, like I'm a wholesome woman. I
She said
champ.
wholesome.
She said,
I'm not afraid of anything.
I'm a team player.
Yeah, like, I'm down for the ride. But, no, but yeah, I've never had that experience where I'm like, okay, no, it's just too big. I mean, have I experienced a little pain when, you know, it is a little on the bigger side, yes, but like I said, take it.
Now we talked about that before on the podcast about women who there's pain, but they don't say anything. They don't communicate it. They just take it because they feel like it's my place to take it.
I feel like it has back to our word of the day today is maturity. Because
she just titled the episode.
She just titled the episode.
Shit, that's my job. I'm fired now.
All right, Beyonce's replaced.
We got maturity.
I just feel like
I'm just gonna stare at her like this the whole time.
I don't know. I feel like any man with a really big penis should not try to, you know, beat it up every time. Like, you know, you have to still
try or try not.
No,
to?
I mean they should beat it up, but not not every
Hold on one second.
time.
Don't go any further. I gotta put this note in my note. Take it easy.
Right, take it easy.
But beat it up.
I mean, I feel like, you know, also with me maturing with age and experience and new partners and just being in new relationships. As a woman, I want to be catered to, but I also want your sex drive. I want it to be organic. I don't want you to feel like, you know, your woman owes you head because whatever, me and my man are long distance. I'm not going to get pushed down to give him head or give him pussy before I leave. He's not going to pressure me for that. It's an organic thing. I can be going on vacation for a week and he's not going to, if it doesn't happen naturally, it doesn't happen.
Word.
I like that because it's like, yeah, of course you can bust a nut. I can masturbate and come without you. You know what I mean? It's not about that, but I just feel like it's a deeper connection. It should happen. The intimacy, that affection. You know, our intimacy might just be cuddling, kissing, him sticking his nose in my eye. You know what I mean? Just
what?
Oh, she just gave one of the cute. She just gave one of the cute things.
That's my favorite.
You know when you're going close to a girl and you just like snuggling with them, but
it's
you know,
like, yeah, just like
so that you find that cute.
Yo, I'm telling you, sex has a language, bro.
It does. Sex does have a language.
Sexual chemistry has a language.
It does.
Oh my god, and it's not always easy to find.
Yeah, it has a language of being able to read your partner's aura or like where they're at. Yeah, like that comes with.
And it's not just the man job. Say, how can I please my woman? What does she want from me? It's like, when it comes together, it's 50-50. It's a shared thing. I feel the man should have dominance in their bedroom, but there's sometimes where the woman might take control. That's amazing.
Because sometimes I want to be lazy and be on my back.
Yeah. Hey, I'm not mad.
Listen, I'm not talking about the pegging part, V, okay? I'm talking about just being on my back while she, right. Relax, bro, relax. Give me that evil eye like, what you mean on your back? This is like, I didn't know.
Stomach.
I have to question what he means every
girl
time.
Excuse me.
I have to question what he means every time now.
Mad face down, Essa.
I only bit the pillow once.
You guys are funny.
We are very funny. Let's talk about this thing I wanted to talk about, and I'm happy here because it's a female. So you guys saw Lizzo at the basketball game?
Saw what?
Lizzo.
So I
Right.
saw this meme where the guy, or this video where the guy was like, "Yo, how can I still see the whole thong? When a girl wears the thong, part of the thong's supposed to disappear, right? So how come I can still see Lizzo's whole thong?"
Oh shit, it's sitting on that. I didn't see the picture.
I didn't see it either.
You guys didn't?
That shit's been all over.
It's been over thing.
I don't go on the internet much.
But
you gotta fill me in.
This is my thing.
under
So
a rock.
what was the basketball game? Was it the Lakers game?
Yeah.
So it was the Lakers game, and she got up and started twerking, and her pants had some holes in it. So
Her
you see
dress.
Her dress, excuse me, had holes. You see her ass cheeks. You know, now she's on this whole big girl sexual vibe, which I'm loving. I'm appreciating because I'm like, yo,
what you gonna do? Not own it?
That's what. Yeah, I'm like, yo, if you out there getting it and you want to flaunt it, you can. Because my thing is this: if she was a socially accepted skinny girl, if she was a Kim Kardashian, if she was a Rihanna,
still inappropriate.
The
setting and the
if Rihanna was up, I guarantee you, if Rihanna was up there, did the same thing. If Rihanna was up there,
Rihanna wouldn't have done that.
Okay, once again, if somebody with Rihanna's body type.
That's what she wore to a Lakers game.
Yeah, it's inappropriate because there's kids there. There's a bunch of kids there. And it was a basketball game.
And that jumbo was on the jumbotron.
Was it?
I find it very relevant that you showed me the visual, so now I can, give my female perspective of it.
Would you have worn that to a Lakers game?
She's like, I might have.
I mean, I don't think it's a matter of. I mean, where you're going does come to play. There's a birthday outfit, birthday suit. Girls go all out for their birthday. Where is it appropriate? Not even. I mean, it's her life. She did it. Yeah,
but it's not kids at the club.
But here's the thing: there's kids at the beach. There's kids at the beach, right?
That's a different setting.
No. There's kids at the beach. There's kids at the beach. All right. If you go to Miami, if you guys ever been to Miami, truly been to Miami, there's people walking up and down, strutting in thongs and everything just because. Now,
if you talking about Miami, we talking about Ocean Beach.
Here's the thing, though. Here's the thing. People, we sexualize everything. So the fact is, we can have a little baby walking around with his ass out. We say it's cute. We can have a girl in a movie scene in a kid's video walk around with it covered, but you see a little bit of her side cheek walking in. It's okay. But here we go, a thick woman, really thick that nobody really finds socially acceptable body-wise, twerking was showing her ass, and now all of a sudden it's a shame with kids.
There were two girls at a baseball game that flashed the camera, and that was inappropriate.
I don't know.
That's inappropriate.
But there were two.
Here's my thing.
There were two physically fit. Actually, one was really bad. And they basically did the same shit.
It's different because if you're going to a beach, you're going to a beach. You're going to see ass cheeks. You have an option to bring your kid to the fucking beach and see ass cheeks. You're going to a basketball game.
You're not expecting that.
You're not expecting to see somebody's ass. That's different. That's totally different.
Okay. I understand the place was probably not the thing.
And I get like the whole body positive movement.
By the same time,
you know what I'm saying?
I feel like we overset. Because my thing is this. I'll tell my son this. Right?
Bro, she wore that to overly sexualize herself. She wore that purpose. Like, you seen the outfit. She wasn't wearing that saying this. But she wasn't wearing that saying she was like, oh, I'm just gonna be casual today. Like she literally wore that because she knew it was gonna stir up this much.
It was gonna stir up a conversation.
But she's already stirred up that attention.
She got. At the same time, you gotta understand. It's Mark. At the end of the day, she still got a hot rap track out. Right,
I didn't say shit when she wore that in her music videos because that was the place for it. That was the initial.
But how many kids watch
behind it? Basketball game. I think that's the bottom line.
I think it's just because it's a basketball game,
but. Don't they have cheerleaders at a basketball game with the asses out?
Who cares, though?
Bro, I was about to get to that. No. I was about to get there. It's still the same thing.
Wait, so what's that? I gotta see the picture. I didn't see it.
I don't know, man. I wish we were just back to the hippie days. Where we could all just be free.
Be free. Thank you.
And I get that.
But my thing is this: if she was
too, is like I'm not like me personally. I'm just do whatever the fuck you want. Right? But like I also am the same person that says don't swear in front of other people's kids because it's not your job to do that. Right. It's not your job to introduce other people's kids to these words and these things. I think because like online there were a whole bunch of things like Rihanna wore this to the gala. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
Kim Kardashian's number one breaking the internet was
hell yeah. If I would have saw that, I'm like, what the fuck?
Oh, you see the video of Lizzo?
I'm just looking at the picture of her ass all out. That's too much.
All right, so me personally,
is it too much ass?
I just feel like it wasn't the nicest outfit. She could have shown her ass in something that was a little more, not even tasteful, but just a little more fashionable, a little bit more of a statement.
That wasn't dope.
You can literally take a shit. You literally don't have to do it. You can literally just bend over and take a shit.
Yeah, I saw that one. Yeah.
Let me see.
I'm just saying, this is the picture of her ass.
Yeah, I mean, she did it for a statement. She can
move her thong to the side and take a shit.
That's it. But my thing is like, why are people upset? Because at the end of the day, you should explain to your kids and not over-sexualize everything.
Yeah, explain to your kids, don't go to a fucking basketball game with your ass hanging out.
Or how about on Instagram? Kids are on Instagram. Kids are on social media. Kids are on YouTube. You're going to see this shit regardless.
Bro, I learned about sex through a Webster dictionary and a funky wagon.
I learned about sex through sex.
All right, through a encyclopedia.
I was a project
right?
kid, man.
And right now, kids
figured it
have
out
access to the internet.
Right,
If
yeah,
you want to know sex, you
Yeah.
just Google
I'm
sex on
understand.
YouTube. It'll explain everything to you. So I don't understand now why we are so
I'm
still.
just saying that's too much.
Bro,
I think
all
we're
I'm
so
saying is
religiously
there's
still.
a time and a place for everything.
I agree.
There's a time and a place for everything.
But her-
And she
took
did what her marketing team was trying to do.
Janet Jackson did the same thing.
With what? The titty?
That titty with the glitter over it too. It wasn't
ruined
even
her.
a full titty.
It ruined her.
What do you mean it ruined her?
It ruined her.
She had a prince that now she's getting paid, bro.
From what?
She married a prince. She's getting paid.
You think the
Well,
prince
they're not
like,
doing
you
anything.
think the prince was like, oh my god, I saw that
Right?
Super Bowl.
I would've married Janet
I want to
Jackson without
marry
seeing her
that titty.
titty.
Like, you know what I'm saying? It's
She
fucking.
looks too
It's
much like
Janet
Michael
Jackson. But
Jackson,
what
yeah.
I'm saying is like the two
real.
girls that flashed the thing got suspended for life. They can't go back to that stadium.
Okay.
She got suspended for life. Can't go back to that stadium.
Okay, but here's the
Wow.
thing.
Janet Jackson will never perform at the Super Bowl ever again.
But that's okay.
No, actually, Lizzo didn't. It's not
She didn't
banned.
get-
Oh, she didn't get
She's not
banned?
banned.
She didn't
They
get
said she can come back anytime.
yeah.
No, that was the Rockets. That wasn't the Lakers. The Rockets said she can come dance with them anytime. Staples
Yeah.
Center.
No,
she's
No,
not
no.
allowed.
This says Lizzo is not banned from the Staples Center.
Yeah.
Oh, she's
Oh,
not.
so she got with the cheerleaders and was dancing and twerking?
No, they were doing a little thing, and she got up and started doing her thing.
And the dude that she was with was throwing ones and shit like that.
They were dancing to her song. They were performing for
Now,
her. They
see,
was doing a
that's
song
what I
for her.
thought was
I mean, she's
overboard.
lit
I was gonna
right
bring
now,
that up.
man.
The dude that threw the ones, because now you're just suggesting, that's like, all right, that's like if Cardi came out and everyone started throwing ones. You don't want to suggest certain places. You know what I mean? She could still have fun. She still had that,
Yeah.
She just.
I feel
showed a
like this
little
is
back.
crazy. This is like her dress didn't even come up. There's literally a big ass hole where her ass is.
She got some good marketing team. I need that marketing.
That's
team
crazy.
Right now.
Man, I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm feeling conflicted about it. I just say, who cares?
Yeah, I don't give a shit either. But still,
I know we really don't. I mean, not to defeat the purpose of the question, because as a woman, I just feel like I just didn't find it as tasteful for a thicker woman. You have a whole team. You got the money. Hey, if you're gonna want to show your ass, but do it in a dope way where it's like, damn.
So if she put Lakers on her ass, would that be okay?
it might have been a little more.
It would've been a
You
little
just
more
wanted a
tasteful.
better outfit.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe better outfit.
just wanted a better outfit.
Just what is the cause? What make it for something where it's
Alright.
obvious. Like, okay, like can't be mad at her.
But like donate to.
Well, now
Poverty or something
now
like that.
supposedly
Right,
here's the
right.
next question. Now supposedly she wants to do like a full
yeah.
naked video
No, performance.
performance,
Ooh,
Like a concert almost.
like a concert almost.
Go for it.
damn.
Most of them shits is 18 and up anyway, 21 and up anyway. Do that shit.
Okay, so I appreciate that. Thank
See,
you.
I'll
D.
go
You know
there.
what I'm
I'll
saying?
support that.
I'm just personally like if I brought my
if it
kids to the
was at a-
game,
if she did it, if she
and
did it,
let's
she
just
did it
say
like the
y'all
Grammys or
brought your
something
kids
like
to the
that.
game and they're under like 6-7 years old and that shit and she shows up on a jumbotron twerking and homeboy throwing dollars, like I'm like, yo, cover your eyes. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, it could have been her, it could have been Cardi, it could have
But
been
we did
Rihanna.
so much
Cover your
stuff
eyes.
with
Me, I'm
butts.
looking,
Like,
but
even the
cover your eyes.
Minions had the little booty showing when he was going in. Like the Minions, he had.
But they do that shit for shock value. You see what I'm saying? Like Disney, Pixar, all of them have been throwing in those type of innuendos all the time for shock value for us adults to catch the innuendo. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
Like there's a purpose behind it. Like I don't know. I
Like if it was if it was an accident and her dress was slid up, then all right, it's not a big deal. But she literally has a 2-foot hole in the back of her
said
ass.
2 foot.
Yo, it is. Did you see it?
Like, I didn't measure it, but yeah, I believe it.
It's literally a 2-foot hole.
She's like
I think it was
each ass cheek is 1 foot, 1
Right.
foot, 2 foot.
she got a lot of
No, it's literally just a hole. It's literally a thong. It's literally a hole.
All right, guys, as we always say on this podcast, I want to know what you guys are thinking about. So, hit that hashtag LTAD and tell us what you think about Lizzo's 2-foot asshole.
Lizzo. Who the fuck is Lizzo?
Lizzo. I always call her Lizzo, no lie.
Let's call her Liz.
No, Liz is a crazy. I say no more. I'm done. My comments are done. Liz is a crazy.
Liz is like crazy.
Speaking of crazy, what is the craziest thing that's happened in your nail studio?
Anybody fight?
No fights.
So you run a legit clean, like everyone comes in peace and happy. No one.
Peace and happy, man. You gotta match that energy. I feel like anyone, they come to girl time for their peace and their moment and their time away from kids, home, husband, work. So I haven't really had too much conflict as far as crazy.
Yeah.
Nothing really comes to mind right off the bat.
Well, here's the thing. I saw a shout out to Zool Manzi and Chris. They did a video with you about men getting manicures or pedicures or both.
Manicures, yeah.
Manicure.
Men can do both, of course, but that was about manicures.
Yeah. So have you had a lot of men come through?
Actually, yeah, that actually did boost my male clients. I did a pop-up at a Friendsgiving, and I think I serviced like 6 men that day, and I have probably never even serviced 6 men in my whole career. You know what I mean? So it's like just that day.
When she says service, she's talking about nails, gentlemen. She's talking about nails. I know the dudes on the podcast like, I need to go here right now.
So this is Let's Talk After Dark. You have to be
nails.
specific.
Yeah. I still got that 12-year-old mentality once I hear like.
This is what our fan base is really about. You get so
bad.
She's looking at like, guys, like.
I was trying to hold that in so bad.
You're literally ruining my business.
Next thing you know, it shoots up.
Right.
Yeah, you're servicing all these guys. It's gonna shoot up.
20 new followers, all men.
I was trying to hold that in so bad. Sorry.
I couldn't help it.
But yeah, so a lot of men started coming through now.
Yeah, I got a lot of just like feedback, a lot of comments from men. Just brought more male attention to my page. Mm-hmm. So that honestly was the goal, is just to bring a comedy aspect to it, but it's so real because me and Chris are good friends, and we talk business, we collaborate, we shoot ideas off of each other. So when he came with the idea to write up a script for his first time getting a male manicure in an actual salon, I'm like, sure, we can do it.
That's what's up.
And I'm glad we could bring some humor to a serious situation, because I feel that, as a woman, I'm always gonna look at a man's hands, cuticles before being a nail tech. That's probably the most attractive feature to me, is like a nice manly hand that's clean. So.
Well, that's a good segue.
Nice.
What's your favorite? What's your like the feature you're most attracted to?
Did we do this already?
We did. I told you it was the hips. Like I did
do this, didn't we?
Yeah,
we did.
Mine switches up all the time.
It's hard.
So wait, I got a question. Like, what do you say manly hand? Like, I feel I have small hands.
Let's see. Everyone put their hands up now. All right. So they're
want the front
definitely
or the
manly. They're definitely manly.
I feel like I had the Whopper guys. You know that commercial? Like every time I saw the commercial with the Whopper, I felt like they were targeting me. Yo, for
you have
real.
Really healthy nail beds. You have really big man hands for sure. And yeah, I would say you guys are kind of like in the same. Like you guys probably the same size hands.
Yeah, little girly hands.
I have the same size. Just by looking at look how good I am. Look.
Oh yeah.
Same size hand.
Wow.
Bianchi's a little bigger. Oh shit.
Mine's bigger.
Bianchi won that battle.
I don't have the most womanly hands, and I'm no one to talk.
Missy hand?
I would hope nobody's judging my hands.
But you got those worker hands. You got those.
Same size.
Her hands are bigger than yours. She's bigger.
She makes pierogies with those hands. She's like, working that shit in.
Not grind it. Yes.
I gotta get my nails done.
Yeah, I do too.
Yo, we should.
I'm no one to talk.
We should do a podcast.
Would you mind hosting us at your nail salon one day to do a podcast?
Yo, that'd be
Listen,
dope.
That'd be dope.
We absolutely can.
I want to get my nails done
You guys
too.
can get your nails done. We can set up the mics, and I'll do each of you. It won't take long. And we can talk about all types of stuff. Okay.
Yo, I would love that. Because my thing is like, yo, when I worked at Bay State, right, they always had those disposable like scalpels, so I would always do my cuticles with those because they're such a clean, like to get all that dead skin off.
So you're admitting from stealing company material? No.
I might need me one of those.
I'm not admitting stealing nothing. I just borrowed it after it wasn't used.
And then they couldn't use it, so they had to throw it away.
It was disposable anyways. It wasn't like,
Right.
It wasn't like the other
Bleep out Bay State.
I just said hospital. She threw me up at the bus. She's like, yeah, bleep out that place you worked at, Bay State.
You said Bay State.
Can we add bleeps?
Yeah, but I'm not bleeding. I just said basic like 12 times.
Bay State, Bay State, Bay State, Bay State, Bay State, Bay State, Bay State.
Yeah. Have you ever
wanted
so
for theft?
I work with glasses, so people's glasses normally get caked up in nasty. Sometimes it's so
You work with
freaking
glasses?
disgusting.
Yeah.
Actually,
he made
Paris. Those. I told you this already because you like the pair of glasses.
Oh, you don't
remember?
listen. No.
Oh my. Wait.
Yeah.
Paris?
Paris Buet.
Yeah.
Yeah, she actually she came in to get glasses before, and then it was around her time her uncle came through, and they were actually at the studio when I was on the phone with you the first time with your mom. When your mom was like talking, and you were your assistant, I think at the time, was showing the place, huh?
Oh, yeah.
I was just like,
yeah,
Shout out to Paris.
Specials. Yeah, Absolute Specials. And I was talking, I was like, yeah, I said, yo, you should get your nails done by this girl. She's like, oh my gosh, I go there.
Yeah.
Which is, I know what you mean. So every word of mouth.
small world.
It is. So we were talking and everything, and yeah, but she was telling me about this.
Sorry.
I forgot where I was going with it though.
I
was
thought you were
excited.
doing this.
But yeah, we were talking about nails and everything, and she really brought you up. Even the uncle got his nails done there too. He was telling me.
Yes, they did. That's funny.
I was like, wow. I said she does everything. She makes, and he was like, yeah, she made me feel so comfortable. I was like,
yes, he really enjoyed that, and that's when I did have assistants. And trust me, I need a team to grow the way I want to grow, but just having the right team, and that's just it. I had more help then, so my team members service him. And he really enjoyed it. You know, men are very comfortable in my space as well. It might be a little pink, and there's couches that are pink, and
but you're so real.
It's not gonna be like, you know, overwhelmingly like, okay, like it's more comfortable in my studio than going to an open salon where they don't really care about the individual. Like you're gonna be a client of ours.
None of them speak English.
You want that too? $1 more.
I feel like they're always talking mad shit.
They are. They're.
I mean, I've heard. I don't know for a fact, but
probably most likely.
You know, we can assume just by the mannerism of it all. But glasses, I really need like my prescription put into a frame that I have. Could you help me on like the low because I don't have insurance for my eyes.
I told you when we first met, and this is still coming through. Yeah, come through.
Oh my god. Yeah.
But anyway, what I was getting at was, so people with glasses, they're real nasty and stuff like that. So have you ever saw someone's nails that you just had to be like, yo, go to the bathroom and wash your hands first?
You know what? Sadly, yes, I have.
Like,
some people will have like food, and sometimes I can drill and I can smell the sazon, or I drill.
She said sazon.
And I can smell the weed. I always know a weed smoker by their thumbnail because they're holding the blunt. And when I'm drilling it, the residue of that bud or whatever it is, you can smell it, so even through my mask. So I can smell that THC, residue THC. If anyone has any type of food or things that can be removed through washing and scrubbing, that's important because, you know, I'm still running a professional business where I don't want anyone to become infected or anything like that. Or I'm using tools that I sanitize, but it's not like I'm not gonna like do nails on someone that has food under their nails and then use the next tools on the next person. I'd rather keep it as sanitary as possible. So yes, I've had to have people wash their hands, or they'll just like be sitting eating Cheetos and then just be like, and just like,
nigga, what? Wait,
like you gotta throw out those hands.
They wiped off the Cheeto with their teeth
and then just
put
like,
it back to you to hand.
My bad, girl. And I'm just like, maybe you should wash your hands really quick. I'm gonna wash mine too.
Put her finger in her mouth though.
Yes. Trust me.
You ever had like hands that you can smell like doo doo? Like they just went to the bathroom and then washed their hands. She said maybe shit.
Them white girls were a little.
Oh damn! Stop there.
He's like, no, I know plenty of them that hygiene just wasn't at the top of their list. Like and that shit bugs me out, son. Like I'm a bit of a germaphobe, so like that shit really bugs me out. Like I don't know how people can wake up and walk out the house without brushing their teeth. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know how people can fall asleep after doing a bunch of shit during the day and not take a shower.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like I just like hygiene is a big thing for me. Like motherfuckers be wearing all day to sleep. Like you know what I'm saying? Like
it's give or take. If I shower right before work and I go in like midday and it's like I work from 3 to 7 and I just showered. At 2,
you good.
I'm just like, I'm not feeling like I have any nail dust on me. I did manicures all day versus drilling. Like I've had those nights where I'm like, I don't really need another shower. I'm gonna be overdoing it, but I always need a shower after a long day at work.
Yo, if I go out, like if I say like it's 5 o'clock, I take a shower and I go out and I come back, I have to take another shower before I go to bed. I can't get into my bed
wash that
before.
Off.
Yeah, you gotta wash off the day like that.
Yeah, I was thinking
like
about that
especially like you said a long day.
No, I'm talking about like 5 in the afternoon. If I took a shower and I left somewhere and I came back, I'd have to take another shower before I go.
Yo, because you just feel like you picked up a lot of shit.
I know,
outside,
same thing.
Even if I fucking went through like the drive-through and just fucking.
No, I'm not doing that. I'm not.
I have to. I feel dirty.
Heat and hot water is not included.
I hear you on that.
Heat and hot water is not
when,
included.
when that heat and hot water is included, yo, you
One
shower
shower
like
day.
crazy. I don't give a fuck.
I fall asleep in
that
that
shit.
Put a chair in
hot water's running.
Yeah, it's high showers though.
I just leave that shit running all day just to flex on.
Yo, no lie, that's why I love gym memberships. So I just take up the shower after work. I'll be in there. I work out for an hour. I'm in the shower for at least 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Just because hey, it's free fucking
best.
water. Yeah, it's hot.
Take all that hot water.
just
sit there.
Yeah, I come get you and shit. Like, sir, I need you to get the hell out.
Nah, for real. My wife's like, yo, can you see if Maverick's still in there? There's a guy named Maverick in there. Wash my ass.
Right.
Yo, I don't know. I've always had a thing about like showering at the gym. Like I never did it.
Really?
I don't trust the showers.
I don't feel like you're still dirty, right?
Nah. My thing is this: I have to have my flip flops. If I don't have my flip flops, I can't.
I borderline wear my flip flops in my own shower
because
I'm a germaphobe for real. Like
Dang.
like I never felt comfortable enough to take a shower and like I still feel like I'm dirty.
Yeah.
Like I'll just take that shower and then go home and take another shower.
Yeah.
To wash off whatever that shower.
Ooh, so last question because I'm gonna have to go.
Fuck you.
I know I'm always having to go. I'm sorry, guys.
You don't have
I'm
to go.
I'm gonna fix my schedule. $3 olives. Shout out to $3 hitting me early.
Yeah, right. I got to go pee, so good thing we're cutting this soon.
Yo, so I'm a friend of mine was assaulted. I'm gonna throw this out there because I had to talk to her about this. You guys follow her page. Sada.
Fuck that weirdo that did that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, that really made me
Fuck
upset.
that weirdo,
Like, so
man.
here's the thing: she was out with her girls. She was going back, cause you get in your car, you just texting, you out there, man. I don't know who but she was, and then she just felt like this presence, right? She looked at her door. There was this dude looking at her. He rips open the door and just pushes her down, trying to get it. Long story short, she fought back, fought for her life and everything, And
nothing happened, right?
Nothing.
No,
she said nothing happened.
All right, good.
But the dude went to jail, but got released on bail, and all he has is a court order not to come to her. Right?
Wow.
Ain't that some weird shit, man?
This is the shit.
He
I'm
just
sorry.
open. He
So
just got
going
a
back
petty
to the
assault charge.
going back to the LTC, I feel like every woman needs their LTC.
But also, like,
But at the same
I had
time-
just posted though, like,
Go ahead, yeah.
I had just posted that as a woman, we have to stop telling them to do things to help them
Thank
from
you.
getting
Yes.
assaulted and start fucking telling men to stop assaulting women.
Like if a woman looks bad and sexy, that's her God-given right to go out looking
Yo,
bad.
100. Yo, she can go
Guys
out.
don't
Yo,
like-
she can go out butt ass naked.
She has
it's
that right.
still not your right to say like, oh, she asked for it.
She
Like, get
asked
the
for
fuck
it.
out of
Or
here.
she,
Yeah.
she
Oh
was
my
looking at
God.
me the whole night. Nigga, maybe she looked at you because you were cute. But
Or maybe she looked at you because she was worried about every move you was gonna
every
make
move
because
you
you been
make, you know,
staring
you
at
were
her
staring
just
at
as
her
long.
like a fucking-
Like, yo,
yeah.
like I don't know, like,
That's
yo.
Has
crazy.
that ever happened to you though? I mean, you don't have to repeat. I don't want to bring no people.
I mean, no, absolutely. I mean, I had one situation in my life where I was out clubbing and it was a friend's birthday. I'm out near Boston in Randolph, I believe. And me and my girl were out, one of my best friends. And we drank a good amount, but we were going up the street 5 minutes to my friend's hotel to stay out that way.
got you, fat. Yeah.
So I don't know how we got separated. We weren't sure really what happened that night because there was this dude that we knew and he gave us drinks. We weren't sure if something was in the drink or if we just drank too much, but we both kind of blocked out. We ended up waking up the next morning in a parking lot and like we were just confused as to what happened. We remember a man coming up to give us water, but then we woke up kind of confused, like, our pants were undone and we're just like, did we just go pee? Like, we were really confused. So that's kind of a sensitive topic because, women aren't always just going out with your friends for their birthday and you leave a
always
little
at
drunk
risk.
or a little lit. And irresponsible, yes. You shouldn't be drinking and driving, obviously, or getting lit and then trying to
But
go
still-
wherever. But,
Yeah.
sorry, go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Continue. Sorry. No. Continue. Sorry.
No, I mean, like I said, I can't relate to vividly remember exactly, that man violated
But did
me
you
in this way.
like my thing? Did you go to the hospital after? Did you do all the?
It wasn't necessary because we know our bodies. We didn't think that anything was tampered with or anything. Like,
Got you.
that's why. But we were still like, last thing we remember was getting that drink from that guy, and there was just weird connections to it all. We're like, that's a little weird because like this man has history of who knows what, and we just didn't trust it. So it was very uncomfortable. Honestly, after that, I'm way more mindful. I will
Yeah.
not take drinks from anybody. Like
Yeah.
everyone tells you don't take drinks from somebody until something happens to you. So I don't feel as though like I can't pinpoint and say yes something happened or yes we were roofied or drug whatever.
sucks.
date
But see, the
drugged.
fact that women have to worry about that
It's
is a
disgusting.
problem.
It shouldn't be
It's
a worry.
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
They
that's
just
a
did not know,
problem. Like, what's
I'd be more
wrong with
uncomfortable
niggas?
in
Like,
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Like, what's wrong with? I don't even know. Like, I said this before, but I don't even know how niggas get hard in situations like that.
Oh my god.
my thing is,
You know what I'm saying?
Because the thing is, at the end of the day, that's a human being first of all, but that's also somebody's daughter, that's somebody's sister, that's somebody's best friend. Like the thing is, like, would you like that happening to your people? You know?
Yes.
And
Oh,
there's
what,
something-
like, how do you feel being like a fucking scumbag? Like, my nigga, you know what I'm saying?
but
Like,
and the sad thing about it is you don't realize how many dudes like actually think that's the way. That's a normal way. Like, yo, just drug them a little bit, you know?
Yes.
Because it's easier. It's easier because I legitimately had to leave.
Oh my
I had to
God.
leave these dudes. Like, I was hanging out the first time. A friend of mine was his friends, and we're sitting there. They're talking like, yo, you guys got any of these? I'm like, yo, those are. I said, what do you need those drugs for, bro? He's like, oh, well, sometimes women need a little bit catering to get what they want. I said, are you fucking serious, my nigga?
Like, yo, stay right there. Let me knock you the fuck
Yo,
out.
I had to walk out.
Are you kidding me?
I had to walk out. Because, no, it would have been a fight.
Yeah, like, are you kidding me? Like my nigga, like that to me, that's a mental issue. That's a mental health issue with a nigga that thinks that shit is okay. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, that is a fucking problem. Like, that niggas think it's okay to like walk into a club with shit like Rooflin. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh my God.
You know what I'm saying? Or the nigga that's aggressively like, nah, take that shot, nah, take that shot, nah, take that shot, nah, take that shot. Like, I've seen niggas, I've been downtown with this girl by herself fucking walking, barely like stumbling and shit like that. And you see a group of niggas walking up on her like, hey, what's good, man? Like, nigga, are y'all fucking kidding me?
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
she's
are y'all kidding me? She like
mind to make a decision.
Luckily, like one of the dudes that I was with, like, cause we had just seen it a little bit. Luckily, one of the dudes that we was with, he actually was like, yo, nigga, this is my girl. He picked her up, put her in a car, brought her to the hospital.
Wow.
It wasn't his girl. We had no idea who she was from a can of paint, but like he basically saved that girl's life that night. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, but what's wrong with niggas that think that shit is okay?
Taking advantage of someone that is
like, but the fact that the nigga that assaulted our friend, right?
Yeah.
Or tried to, right? The fact that he was able to get out of jail the next day
is disgusting.
But if he would have gotten his way, he would have spent like more time in jail. Like, I feel like even the attempt is enough for jail time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, even the attempt, because like I don't care what nobody, like, there are certain things worse than death, and having to live through something like that and continuously thinking that and that like and that affecting you and influencing every relationship prior, like, you have changed the course of somebody's life.
Yeah, now like that girl is like watching her back
every time.
24/7. Now, even if nothing happened, she's still watching her back
because something could have happened.
Yeah,
you see what I'm saying? Like that to me, like that's crazy.
There's definitely levels to it too, because like in college, there's people, you know, on college campuses. Not everyone's screaming rape, but there's a lot of scenarios where people get drunk at these football houses, basketball houses on campus, and they sleep with each other, whatever it is in college. Not saying I did that in college. I didn't really experience it till after college, but. There's been situations where I know women that have said, oh, like, he raped me or whatever it is, and then they don't know who to believe, the woman or this star football player.
Yeah.
And also the woman's drunk and she could have been leading him on all night. You know, I'm not, men too, you know, we have to be sensitive too towards the men that also were so drunk that they're not even thinking it's that. But then the next day the girl's like, I'm naked, what happened? You know what I mean? But they were both equally drunk. I mean, you never know. I think it has to do with people like having a better view on humanity and how you want, like you said, your mother, your sister, your daughter to be treated, and applying that to your life in every aspect, because things can happen. We can be lit, or we can be intoxicated off of something where we don't make the best rational decisions as we would sober. But I'm not excusing it at all. I don't think that it's right on either end, but there can be temptations. A woman can be looking at you seductive all night, or really she could be, you know, feeling frisky where she wants something and she might say something but she didn't really mean it, and then when it gets to the actual point of it all, she's like, wait, no, I don't want to, and he just takes it, and that's not okay at all. But it's a wide spectrum of like the degree. Some people are going out to hunt just for that, and some people are just getting sticky situations where these men aren't that person and they don't have a routine, or they don't have a reputation of doing stuff like that, and it happens, and then this dude is in jail now, and he just didn't even really know what happened either. Like, they could both be on drugs.
I appreciate you being honest on the catch-22 and saying, you know, because it does, you're right, because we talked about a lot of guys.
Not justifying it. I do
not
agree
I correct.
with
You're not justifying, but
violating, or women violating men. Whatever it is, you know, like, it's just not okay.
That's another topic that's untalked about of women who do get raped by guys. And people are like, oh, well, you know, you have to be. I'm sorry, I wake up with a hard boner. I'm not even thinking about sex sometimes. It just happens.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And so I know some dudes who got caught in situations, now have a kid by a girl, and they weren't even looking to smash. But they paying.
You ain't never had a girl try to force liquor down your throat type shit? Like, just keep feeding you drinks and shit like that?
No, I'm an alcoholic, so no.
That was
the willing part. That was the willing part.
Alcoholic. Like, I remember, like, one time I was at this little party, and this one girl, she just kept walking up to me, talking to me shit. Like, I could tell she was interested, but I wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like, and she kept trying to, like,
give you drinks.
Yeah, she kept trying to do it, but she didn't realize that I am a severe alcoholic, a functioning alcoholic, and you can't get me drunk.
Yo, Mike told us that story. Remember the story that Mike told us?
Oh, that's right. Shout out to Mike Torch. Yeah, he did tell us a story like that.
Like, he said some big girl fucking just kept.
She was a big girl. Yes, she was a big girl. Yes.
Drink, and he just woke up at her house and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Yo, I'm telling you, that shit happens, yo. Wow. But like, to your point, it's such a like a gray line there. Like you have to take it like if you ask me, which sounds crazy, but you have to take the side of the one accusing that somebody took advantage of them before you can take the side. More. Yeah. Correct. Because like if that is true and you say like maybe not, like then you have simply just put them back in the same arena where they could possibly happen again. Exactly. So you have to take fortunately you have to take the side of the person accusing before you can take the side of the innocent. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
That's the thing why you got to be I was that vigilant friend. I don't care. I could still be like drunk. I mean, unless I blacked out, but you have to be vigilant.
Yeah, you got to be able to save, man.
Like I always felt bad because every dude that came around the crew, I'd be sketched out about because you hear stories.
Yep.
You know, it's like you can't win my trust in the club. I'm sorry if you come up to me and try to be friendly, haha. You're not gonna get the friendly, haha.
Yeah, it's not the environment to build
you're
trust.
You're gonna get that nigga who meet me someplace like a coffee shop or come to my store or something like that. You know, and then we hang out and talk. But even then, I'll still be like, you might be a skeezer.
Yeah, it's hard to tell.
You gotta be careful who you call your friends too, man.
Oh, facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh
like,
man,
that shit takes.
My wife told me that. She's like, you say everyone's your friend, and I don't mean it. I just be like, because they're cool. Like, oh, it's my friend. I got you. You know what I mean? But it's not. I gotta learn to say that's an acquaintance. I know, because I try to be a nice guy all around. Yeah. But you can't.
Not me. I can count. I can literally count. All I need is like 4 fingers
on your friends.
Yeah,
that's good. I've learned to not.
We're not even on that list. I know. I'm looking like he had 5 and he put one. Right,
I'm
like, wait, hold on. Let me push it down
to 3. You know what? Matter of fact, just one. My wife, but she even questionable. Not even. Right? Like, shit. If I couldn't provide, she still do that.
Nah, you gotta be careful who you call your friends too, because like the fact that women have to go out and take precautions is crazy. Yes. But you got to keep a group of friends around you, especially ones that are gonna make sure you alright. I've seen girls straight up like I seen girls at parties like one of their friends got really drunk and they all just left her.
Yeah, oh my god,
that's the disrespect. Yes,
absolutely.
Like, oh, I'm tired of her shit. She always getting drunk. Bye. It's like, do you know where you're leaving your friend? Then it will.
Word.
All right, fellas, we're gonna wrap this up.
We're gonna wrap it up, but before we wrap it up, real quickly with Alyssa, I just wanted to say, is there anything you want to say about your business, stuff like that? Last shout out, also your Instagram, stuff like that.
Yes, last little shout out before I give my social media. I just want to give advice to a young entrepreneur like myself. I've been really wanting to do this, so it's a great platform to do it on. And I just want to say, if you have anything that you're passionate about, you have anything that is making you some small, not even just income, but you're dedicating your time to, and you really feel like, I really see myself doing this. I really want to grow a brand. I really want to grow a business. I really hate my job and I'd rather be working for myself. Like I say, take that leap of faith and ends will always meet. Never stress your 5-year plan or like, I can't leave this job because I want to save this much a month. Everything will work out if you allow yourself to be open to it and you just go full force and dedicate yourself completely and be determined about it. So, anything is possible. I am still growing. I'm still learning. I'm still establishing myself. But in 2 years of business, I have no regrets in choosing entrepreneurship over a career in the medical field. If you feel like every day you think about it, then make a change and do something about it. So that's my advice to any young entrepreneur, anyone in any aspect of life that they're questioning anything. Take out the negatives, what's not working out in your favor, and try to eliminate those things one by one, knock them out of your life, and then you'll become more aligned with what is for your life. So I'll leave it at that. I am Alyssa Smith, a Girl Time Nail Studio on Instagram. That's my only social media platform. If you want to book appointments, there's a link in the bio to book appointments and show my availability, pricing, and such. And I'm in Springfield, Mass, 143 Main Street. Suite 102.
There you go.
Yes. All right, Bianchi, send us out.
Actually, I was gonna let you do it this time.
I'm gonna do it.
Yeah.
All right, we out. Follow us. Facebook, Instagram. Listen to us on all the podcast platforms. YouTube, and that's it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's
Good
it.
job, Benny.
Thank you so much.
For Benny the spot.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
Thank you. That was awesome.
And now we out. We out. All right. Peace.